Hi, in this video I want to look at the weekly targets I set last week for King of Avalon and whether I have reached them, and set some new targets for next week. The first thing I want to look at is what I set for the heroes, and actually this is one that I didn't reach. I wanted to get my Avalon, that's my Master Enforcer hero that I'm using, to level 40, but yeah, on hindsight, that cost me too much XP at this moment, and I don't want to use any credits to get those for the Spirit Altar to get it to 40. So I've stopped at level 35. It still gives me a nice infantry damage received boost, but yeah, maybe not as high as I would like. What I'm going to do for next week, I got the CRK hero from the video event, I think. Yeah, that gives a bowman health at a slot where we normally don't get any combat boost for the other Keeper of the Seal, so that's a nice extra. I'm going to try to get that to 20 this week, which is going to give me another 20% of bowman health boost. For the VIP, that is, I reached VIP 11 this week, and now I just keep on going, still 465 to go, and I'm trying to keep getting 35k each week. So it's still going to take me quite some weeks to get to VIP 12, but that remains to be the ultimate goal, to get the quick talent switch. The extra satchel capacity I'm getting for VIP 11 is also useful for the emblems, which I will get into later. For the buildings, I did quite some buildings: the forge, the truck factory, the trading post to level 26. I'm going to, for the coming week, want to get my university to 29. I got it to 28 recently. I want to get it to 30. For now, yeah, I find the infantry and siege buildings to be quite expensive, so I put them on hold. I would really like them to get to 30, but I just have limited resources, and I prefer to spend them on the university, mainly to be able to get more combat 2 research done. For the prestige levels, I made quite some progress. I'm currently the next building I want to do is the storehouse to level 26. I've got a couple of other of the damage and damage received buildings to level 26 already, but still also got quite some to go. So I'm, let's say, halfway or somewhere in the middle from going from 25 to 26 for those buildings. The ones that give attack, defense and health boosts are still lacking quite a bit, but I can get those boosts in other ways, so I keep focusing first on the damage and damage received boosts. For the research, I did a few combat 2 research projects, but I am now currently working on the March capacity 3 from the combat 1, and I also did some research in the development tree, mainly the stamina recovery 2. Got that to level 9, level 10 is still need to get my university up for that. That's a very important one as well, to get to be able to do as much as possible barbarian rallies and monster slaying. So definitely something good as well. For the rest, I just want to keep focusing on combat 2 and maybe combat 1 if there's some interesting things, but I have the feeling that you get more in combat 2, more boost for your resources. So this week, since there were some events, both the gold event and the alliance event, I was a bit less active than the week before with rallies. I had as a goal 50 chests, but I was able to get a bit further. Last time I got a lot further. Last week I got a lot further, but then I didn't have the gold event, so I could just focus on the chest the the whole week. So let's see, how much did I get for 57? 111, still a nice amount. I would say on average you get 1.5 per chest, so getting 111 from 57 is quite nice, and quite some other goodies as well. Okay, I forgot to say for the prestige levels for next week, that depends again on the spirits that's chosen. Currently the week is not finished yet actually, but I'm going to be a bit busy tomorrow, so I decided to make a video already. For combat or for research in general, I want to focus on combat 2 research again, but also I'm going to do the University 29 upgrade, so I might not get that much research done. For the chests, currently I'm still focusing on getting those rare materials, currently at 305. I'm hoping to get another 70 barb rallies done this week. I still have around 200 keys, so that should get me over the 400 so that I can craft my next piece. Actually, not completely sure what I'm going to do yet. Might be the ring. Would like to focus on the weapon as well. So far I only have the greaves, but for the ring I already had the scroll, and I don't have that yet for the weapon. So yeah, that depends a bit, have to see. So for the gemstones, had a bit of a hard time getting those finished. I finished both the conquest stone to 6 and another Valor gemstone to 6. So I'm going to, my plan is to get this week another Valor gemstone to 6, and then there's still quite some to go, and this is taking me mostly. I'm using for this, just grabbing Berlin's gift. Mostly for this I'm using the daily Spire loot credits. For that I'm buying VIP points to work towards VIP 12, and the rest I'm using on refining stones 2 and 1 if I still have credits left. Okay, I didn't get that much feedback on the choice for the lucky shot, so nobody has any other suggestions. So I probably will start working towards the next conquest stone. So far I'm just going to wait a bit until I got some of those coins saved up. Something else that was new this week were the emblems. I made a special video on that, so have a look. Oh, sorry, wrong. Have a look at that if you haven't done so yet. So I'm going to try to keep buying things whenever I can. I was a bit off with first I thought we would get the raw radiant emblems every day, but that turns out to be every 2 days, and probably the other one is going to be every 8 days, I think, instead of every 7 days, but that's not, I'm not really sure yet. I have to see whether that is finished, but I'm going to just keep buying all of them whenever I can, and the ones that I don't need I can convert to points that I can use to improve others, so that will definitely be useful. I don't have any fixed goals for that, but I just want to my account to be stronger, and that's why I keep buying any of the emblems that I can, to keep improving things. And I don't know if I get into a point that it is either the choice resources or emblems. I'm not completely sure, but the way I'm thinking about it now is that I will still go from emblems and resources. Hopefully soon I can start getting more resources for my farm accounts, where I'm also working on my dragon spirit to get that to floor 55 to be able to buy quite some resources in those farm accounts every day as well. But that's still something I'm working on. So I don't have anything too spectacular planned for the coming week. I do feel that my account is growing, and most of typically it seems that for all the Merlin trials I'm still making some progress, not huge steps, but that's yeah, that's not really possible, I guess. But I'm making progress, and that's what it's all about, to keep growing the account and keep competing better in the events. So far, no major milestones yet, but things are moving in the right direction. I hope this is useful to help you also grow your account. If you have any tips or any questions, please feel free to share. It's always much appreciated. Hey, thanks for watching.